This is a crash pad.
Who can pull the coolest move?
Chris here has brought a special tool that I've just been oogling over for many, many years here. Yeah!
Blast door open. This is a crash pad. I've been wanting one of these my entire life.
What's a crash pad?
Crash pad is what you can jump onto from high distances and not hurt yourself. This is what the Big Hollywood Stunt Guys use. In fact, we bought it from Big Hollywood Stunt Guys. All right.
We'll be busy.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, snap. Is that what I think it is? Well, if you need it flat and big.
What the heck?
I gotta feel it out. Oh, it's stiff.
Remember what Brett taught you?
Remember what Brett taught me?
Who can pull the coolest move?
Yo, I can do that too.
Ooh.
I can do that also, again, one more.
Damn, I didn't know you had that in you, Wes.
Snatching it.
What? Where did this come from?
I got it.
I went to the bathroom for like 1 minute.
We put some of the rail.
Oh, that just hurts.
What does it taste like?
Can't taste right now.
Is it supposed to be safe, Nico?
It is safe.
I have a huge headache now.
Ren doesn't have brain damage. He's just always like that.
That pain.
We must jump from higher things.
The ground is not high enough.
Ren! Don't do it, Ren!
So today we're with Chris, who works at Leica, and he has brought a very special piece of technology that I've just been oogling over for many, many years here. We like to recreate digital environments in many ways. Sometimes we'll use something like an Insta360 camera. We'll take like an HDR scan of an environment to project lighting and reflections onto digital characters. Other times, like in anime self-driving cars, we'll like photo scan an entire environment with like a drone and stitch all the photos together and map it out to create a virtual environment. But Chris here has brought a special tool that can kind of do all that in one.
So this is the Leica BLK360. They're actually using LiDAR. The laser's on the inside and it hits this 45-degree angle mirror. Then that mirror spins and it shoots out a laser point, and using time of flight technology, it's bouncing back and takes a measured data point. And you go along, and as long as you have it set up so that there's overlapping data, you can register those together so you could do entire building.
So it can reconstruct the space in 3 dimensions instead of just 2.
Exactly.
Our goal for today is to photo scan our studio and the loading dock and basically get a 3D model and a digital recreation of our entire workspace. I can give you guys the best example of why this technology is really special to us. When we filmed our Boston Dynamics video, in order to get that robot looking like it's naturally in the scene, we would take our Insta360 cameras and we would scan a 360 HDR of this environment. That image, basically, it's able to tell us where our light sources are coming from. Imagine I'm inside a sphere here of light, but the problem is that when you scan it in 2 dimensions, that light sphere has to kind of move with you. It's at an infinite distance. So when you have an issue like this, where you have a scene that has a single top light, whenever the character is standing directly beneath the light, it's gonna look completely natural. But suddenly, if the character steps in 3D space, away from it, that 360 HDR, it's not gonna move away. It's gonna stick with your scene. So when it came time to render that video, we had to basically go through and in 3 dimensions, put light sources back where they were. However, when you start using this, and you have the LiDAR that actually scans your environment in 3 dimensions, you can feasibly have a fully functioning 3D lighting environment that allows any characters to walk around in it and have the light sources react appropriately. Your lights stick where they need to be. Are we gonna have to like run and hide?
The safest spot is if you're looking at the Leica sign.
Okay. I'll try to stay there. By the way, the musician upstairs is playing some extra like technology-driven music right now.
Inspired by technology.
Inspired by technology.
Stone Age triangle music?
I am in life form. So
I'm a
Head first, dip in
Ren,
it solid.
don't do it, Ren.
That is, you feel the acceleration. Oh my God.
There are proper ways to fall on a crash pad.
Dude, that almost just took the camera out, dude.
His shoe went up there.
Hey, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go.
Oh, dude, are you all right, man?
You go catch it, dude.
I'll see you later.
Peace out. Oh, did you actually hurt yourself because you didn't take your backpack off?
No, for real. I gotta go though. I gotta go. I'll catch you guys. Catch you guys later.
Wait, Clinton, grab your phone. Look at you. Whoa!
I don't know if that was a squishy sound more than a fart from Clint.
Oh, it smells bad, dude. All right, for real this time. For real, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Bye, Clint.
I see you, dude. Dude, I gotta keep. All right, for real. When I come rushing back in to get my bag, like if it's right in the middle of the door, like I'm gonna fall over. You know?
Yeah, we'll move it. We'll move it.
Okay.
That's how I shake hands now.
And haven't we bullied Clint enough, guys?
Dude, oh, I get it. Boss Town 3. Boss Town 3.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Filming Boss on 3 right now, Clint.
This one company overseas a few years ago where they purposely had the models like moving with the scanner. Talk about some janky things. You can see a long person, but in 3D then. And so the same as a panorama.
A 3D squish.
A 3D squish.
Oh man.
Cut the chip chatter and get to the point.
We're trying to get to having a full version of this model that we can use for upcoming videos and potentially even to, you know, use as a virtual tour for anyone who wants to see what our studio is like.
And all these scans really don't know where they are in 3D space. So every time we set it up, we make sure there's overlapping data between those, and then essentially like putting a puzzle together. Just get it close to where it should be. Say, hey, register with that one, hit optimize, and it snaps it together.
Oh my God.
Create link.
That's so stupidly easy looking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is just like the highest tech looking interface. It's like every video game you've ever played. It's like, this is what you're looking at. They have to be huge file sizes. How the heck does this like work so quickly to align that stuff?
So what we're seeing here, this isn't fully processed data yet. It's just a low res kind of preview image. So once I dump this off onto the laptop, we'll finish processing, and then that's when it'll like fully essentially unzip all the real data.
Piecing multiple scans together is by far the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do, because like the seams between the two aren't even. So you have to kind of go through manually, just connect every little tiny point. Things are just slightly off in real life.
Yeah, just like when they try to recreate, if you recreate the Darth Vader helmet, perfectly symmetrical, people are like, that doesn't look quite right. That can't happen if you try and recreate something too perfectly.
I'm really glad we got to do this, and hopefully we can get this out to you guys so that way you can take a look and see what our studio's like without having to fly out here.
Yeah.
The most convenient
Or work
thing.
here.
Or work here, yeah.
Appreciate it.